This is Warren Buffett's guide to investing. The first thing you need to do when investing your money is actually to invest in what you already know. Warren Buffett actually said not to invest in something if you don't really understand it. So this approach focuses on how the investor needs to pay attention to what he already knows and how to actually make what he knows work for him. You have to learn how to identify undervalued stocks that have a great and strong foundation for growth and expansion in the future. Buffett actually said the price you pay is the value you get. He believes in buying quality companies at a discounted price. Factors he looks at when determining if this is a good investment is actually the growth potential, the earnings, and the cash flow. He likes to focus on the intrinsic value of a company rather than focusing on short-term fluctuations, because there will always be highs and lows, ups and downs. You have to learn how to determine what will work in the long run. Part of Warren Buffett's success is actually to focus on the undervalued companies that have a huge potential for growth in the future. Warren Buffett focuses on a long-term perspective when it comes to investing. Ignore the short-term market fluctuations and focus on the quality of the company and how well you think it can do in the future. Focus on the long-term value of your investments. Buffett famously said, "Our favorite holding period is forever." He encourages investors to not fall short to their impulses and stick to a long-term strategy on what they can do. So he encourages people to resist the urge and the impulsiveness to react to short-term fluctuations. Instead, what you have to do is focus on the core fundamentals and growth of the company. Always invest with a margin of safety to protect from the potential of the market crashing. Warren Buffett has 2 rules for investing: never lose money and follow rule number 1. He believes in investing in companies with a margin of safety, protecting himself from the potential risk. So this means that you have to focus on the intrinsic value of a company rather than focusing on what the market is looking at right now. Patience and discipline. These are the 2 essentials needed for investors. Exercise patience in both buying and selling investments. He advises investors to resist the urge of dealing with short-term fluctuations. Focus on a select number of quality stocks and companies you can invest into that you know have a great potential for the future and that will stay here in a matter of 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Diversification is protection against ignorance. You need to learn how to diversify. Do not put all your eggs in one basket, but learn to pick quality companies to stick it out in the long term. So have a concentrated portfolio which you can put a recurring money and deposit into this account. Assess the quality and integrity of a company's core values. What do they stand for? What are you really investing your money into? What do you believe in? What do you think is the future? Is it in tech? Is it in stocks? Is it in normal commodities? Warren Buffett said the 3 things he looks into when hiring people is integrity, intelligence, and high energy. So do you feel that you cultivate all of those 3 things within yourself and your personality? Warren Buffett focuses on not using emotion when it comes to investing. So completely cut out your emotion when it comes to anything regarding money. You need to learn how to keep your emotions in check. Investing is not about emotions and how you feel. It's all about logic and strategy. So do you have a plan? Do you have a strategic way to get to where you need to be? You need to have emotional discipline and avoid short-term fluctuations. Warren Buffett actually said that the stock market is a device that transfers money from the impatient people to the patient people. So are you patient in your investment? Do you trust and believe that it will take you where you need to be just by the compounding effect alone? The next thing Warren Buffett focuses on is continuous learning. How much are you willing to learn about your investments? How much time and effort are you learning? Always learn to stay informed about the companies you are investing in. By expanding your knowledge and staying informed about what is actually going on in the company, you can then make a more thought out decision. Warren Buffett understands the importance of adaptability and flexibility when it comes to investing. Be adaptable and be willing to change as you need it. All you need to do is just stay consistent in what you're doing. In anything that you do in life, it's all about the people who are being consistent with their efforts, their actions. He also said that you have to be willing to go against the crowd. When other people are fearful, you have to learn how to lean into that fear and see how you can use it to your benefit. So stop chasing trends or things that don't really work on the short term and start focusing all your time and energy on the long-term strategy. The next thing he advises you to do is to stay humble and to learn from your mistakes. Always be willing to learn from the next person. Every single person on this earth, no matter their status in the material world, everybody has something to teach you. Everybody thinks about life in a different way, in a different perspective, and that is valuable in its own. So learn to have a open-mindedness when it comes to what other people can teach you in life. Warren Buffett actually acknowledges that even the best investors make mistakes, and that's because they're just people too. So don't be so hard on yourself. Know your limitations and be humble, have humility. And I think this also brings people together when you can understand that we are all imperfect people and that we all are just trying to do our best. When you understand that, and you understand that everybody is only trying to do the best with what they know and what they can do at that time, each setback is actually an opportunity and a setup to win in the future. I hope you gained some valuable insight into what I learned from Warren Buffett's investing strategy, and I hope this really helps you in your future. Thank you so much. Bye.